was listening to an Audible. It was about reciprocity. And for those of you who don't know what reciprocity is, it's the act of giving and taking and relationships. And I thought about this, and it's funny because it can apply to any part of your life. It can apply to your work life. It can apply to your personal life. Some of you might relate more personally, but no, the law of reciprocity or relationships. So I don't know how many of you guys are in relationships where you feel like 50-50, that's how it should be. And you think about your relationship and how much you give to the relationship, and maybe where the conflict arises is when your partner doesn't give as much as you think they should. And if you look at fights and stuff like that, that's probably where the bulk of the arguments come from, right? You didn't do this, you didn't do that. It's somewhat pointing the finger at you didn't do this, but maybe you haven't looked at yourself, right? And if you look at your work, maybe you're in the service industry, your job is to give the best service you possibly can, and you get knocked down when you have a customer who maybe doesn't give you maybe just basic respect because they feel like they can treat you a different way than they would treat somebody else who wasn't in the service industry. That customer, in their head, they deserve more from you because you're getting paid to give them the service that they paid for, that they feel they're entitled to. But where does that get anybody in the end? It gets people to a point where we feel we're entitled to certain things, right? We feel we're entitled to our share at least, right? And then some of us may feel entitled to more than our share. It's actually our perception of what our share is. It's not necessarily there's a law out there that says, yes, everyone's guaranteed to get this level of kindness or happiness, right? It's just what we perceive our share is. So even that in itself is skewed because let's say in a relationship, you feel like you're giving more than your share of what a relationship entails, and you feel that your partner is not giving more than the share that they should. Does that make sense? So you feel like your partner is not giving as much as you, right? But your partner will have a different perception of what they feel their share is and what they feel they're contributing. And the question is, are relationships 50-50? No, relationships should be 100-100. Everyone should be giving 100% of the best part of them. Because if everyone gave 100% of the best version to everyone else, and everyone else is giving it back, do you not think that we would have a happier world, a better group of friends we can count on whenever things got rough, a relationship that's just beyond measure, service if you're going into the service industry, you would just have the best service ever. Now, I realize that this is unrealistic and maybe it isn't, and maybe it's just me thinking that the world has a lot more potential than it actually does. But if everyone just gave 100% of who they were in a good way, then I think it comes back. I think it comes back to them in some sort of fashion. The world somehow finds its way back to giving you, who's given 100% of your goodness and your kindness and the work, you will get rewarded. And that's how I feel reciprocity works. You get what you give. You get what you give. You get what you put out there. Are you the best version of yourself? Are you every day at least trying to make people feel good? And it's funny because I think back in the day, I was that kind of person who liked to please people. Some of you guys are people pleasers, but I don't think it has anything to do with pleasing people. I think a lot of it had to do with I just wanted people to like me. I just wanted people to be happy with me. But is there something wrong with that? I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. If I want people to like me, then I get what I give out, right? I like people. They like me. I treat them with respect. They treat me with respect, right? And I get it. We're all human. We all react to people who don't necessarily give their best version or give kindness or happiness or whatever, and we'll react in a very bad manner, and maybe it'll affect us more than it does others. But There's nothing wrong with wanting to be your best version. I feel like some people maybe get knocked down because they think that they're doing it to please other people, but I think inherently they just want to be treated as well as they're treating others. And I hope you got value out of this. For those of you who find value in these videos, share it with your friends. If you want to make the world a better place and you have stuff to put out there, put it out there. The world needs to see a lot more positivity and a lot more goodness that's in every one of us. And I feel like the world somehow will find it back in your heart when you put it out there. When you put it out that you are just as good as what you would like to be treated. So relationships in general, be it personal, be it professional, be it just the relationship I have between me and the cashier who's ringing through my groceries, there's nothing wrong with being nice to people in general. It makes people feel good, and B, it'll probably make you feel good too. It'll make you feel good that you made someone else smile. Anyways, have a great day. I got you all.